So the NBA season starts tonight. The defending five-time champion San Antonio Spurs raise the banner tonight. Should be very exciting. But I want to talk about a little Celtics rumors and notes and ask the question and ponder the question, why is point guard Rajon Rondo still on this team? We drafted Marcus Smart with the number 6 overall pick, who has looked very good in preseason, defensively, running the team as well. Not a guy who's going to look for a lot of scoring, but really does a lot of what young Rondo gave you. And I just feel like Rondo at this point in time, he doesn't fit this team. I feel like we should trade Rondo to collect even more assets, even if it's only one first-round pick, or whatever the case may be. We had a trade with Sacramento where we would have got the 8th pick and a young player. We should have made that move. I don't know why we didn't make that move. Maybe Sacramento backed off. Didn't want to put Cousins and Rondo together for whatever reason. But if I'm the Boston Celtics, I would try to find a way to move Rajon Rondo, maybe to the Indiana Pacers, who just seem absolutely desperate for bodies with all their injury issues right now. But, I mean, you're hearing reports that tomorrow when the Celtics tip off, Rajon Rondo, he may play, he may start. He's, in his words, 79%, or no, he's 83% probably going to start. And he jokingly, tongue-in-cheek, said, oh, it's going to be a nap time decision. I mean, to me, Rondo, he just doesn't seem engaged anymore. He was great when he was a young player, running with these future Hall of Famers, or Garnett and Pierce and Allen, getting to the championship, winning a championship. He's had big moments in the playoffs against LeBron James. I'm not saying Rajon Rondo doesn't come to play, but Celtic fans, hear me out. Celtics Nation, Green Teamers, hear me out. It's time to move on. If you ain't moving forward, you're going backward. We should have traded Rondo when his value was at its highest. Now he's in a contract year. He's going to try to play as much as possible to inflate his numbers. But with the Rondo situation, I feel like if he does resign, he's going to only resign for a 1-year deal because the NBA collective bargaining agreement spikes up after next season with all the new television revenue from the ESPN renew and the NBA on TNT renew. It's billions of dollars that's going to be coming into the NBA. Players going to want more money. It actually may give rise to another lockout in the NBA pre-2015-2016 season. But as of right now, Rajon Rondo, he's almost in a desperate point. He kind of needs to play to prove that he's worth the money, but if he signs a contract too early, he could leave a lot of money on the table to where guys of similar value could make maybe not double the amount he would make if he signed at the end of 2014, 2015, but make maybe a significantly, guys like Damian Lillard and others probably will make way more than Rondo just with this NBA collective bargaining agreement going up from the television revenues. So with all that being said, a nap time decision. I've always been a supporter of Rondo. I love his talent. He always reminded me of Jason Kidd. But Celtics, it's time to move on from this guy. I can't even get it out of my lips because it bothers me. It's time to move on from the Rajon Rondo experience. I mean, look, I love the guy. I wish him well. I hope he wins a championship somewhere else. I don't think he's going to win another championship here, and I think it'll help the development of the team towards the future. We have a very young team, but I'd like to see them play and get cohesive with the Jared Sullingers and the Kelly Olynyk's in the starting lineup. Let's see what this kid James Young has, the other draft pick, the 17th overall pick, who's looked pretty solid in the preseason. I like the fact that we got the draft pick from Philly, Evan Turner. He's looked really good. Former number 2 overall pick out of Philly a couple years ago, and I think he's going to rejuvenate himself. While we're at it, I really want to see Jeff Green traded as well, Gerald Wallace, and possibly Brandon Bass. I could deal with Brandon Bass staying. But, overall, it's time to move on from these last little expensive holdovers from the championship years. It's time to move on. That's the only way we're going to get to the next level, the next chapter of championship years, Celtic fans. And we drafted a young point guard in Marcus Smart. We have a plethora of guards on the roster, not even named Rajon Rondo. We had to waive Will Bynum today just because of that fact. It's time to trade Rajon Rondo. Folks, what do you think? Leave a comment under this video. Should the Celtics trade Rajon Rondo now? Should they have traded him already? Is it too late to trade him to get any kind of value? Will they get pennies on the dollar back? Let me know, folks. Joe Passarelli with the Around the Back Pass. Subscribe.